Hi everyone, it's time for the weekly video. I hope you bear with me. I hope you were able to bear with me last week. If you're in any doubt, please hit like and subscribe. But last week I went to upload the weekly video, and then my phone showed another video that hadn't uploaded properly, and it had been there for a couple of weeks, just this little marker going round and round and round. So I pressed delete that video, and what it did was it was a duplicate of the video from a couple of weeks ago. So it deleted that buffering video and deleted the video from a couple of weeks ago. Fortunately for me, I still had that video on my phone, so I wanted to keep showing regular activity on the YouTube channel. So I re-uploaded it, but you cannot then backdate the video. So people would have seen a notification of a video going up. It was about libraries and the pleasure of libraries and the positivity of libraries and supporting libraries, and then after that it was the video from the week before again, possibly appearing on your timeline. Apologies for that. I know I'm not the most tech savvy, but trust me, I would not have deliberately deleted a video that was already there as a full video. It was because it was a duplicate version just constantly buffering on my phone that I thought I can get rid of that. Not the case. Anyway, there is a bit less movie chat again this week, although I hope you've enjoyed the conversations last week. We did tackle mid-90s, which was Tyler's choice, and it comes with a certain amount of controversy, and I think we addressed that quite properly and had an interesting conversation about it. Matchstick Men was also mentioned. That was my choice. We talked about that. Dave mentioned it was a book. It's a good book, apparently. And we have had people respond with their joy of Matchstick Men, and someone even ordering the book. So nice to know. That was John. Thanks, John. And you should check out his video channel, which I will link to below. And apologies, John, I can't remember the title off the top of my head of your YouTube channel, but I will put it in the description below. This week, Coming Craig has picked Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which is a Coen Brothers movie that many people will be aware of, and Dave has picked Sudden Death, which is a bit more Van Damme-age for us, and our Van Damme special is still one of our more popular episodes, so we know that there are Van Damme fans out there. There may even be some homework that one or two of us may have managed this week, so stay tuned for that. It was a bank holiday weekend here in the UK. You'd think I would have uploaded the video during this time. I did not. I was busy being out and about and enjoying myself over the bank holiday, and I went to a famous bookshop in Alnwick, Barter's bookshop. It was very nice, and I got a load of books, so I'm going to show you those books. I also went to somewhere called the Accidental Bookshop in Alnwick, where I picked up, so signed copy, Rebel Girl, there you go, Kathleen Hanna's autobiography, memoir. It's it'll be an interesting read anyway, so I'm looking forward to that. Somebody Told Me by Danny Wallace. Danny Wallace wrote Yes Man, and I can't recall what else he's done, but I've been a fan of his for some time. I believe he worked with Dave Gorman for quite a while. The two certainly seem to be friends, and it's good. So Somebody Told Me, yeah, it says one man's unexpected journey down the rabbit hole of lies, trolls and conspiracies. Again, I just paid a bit extra. There's a few signed copies in the shop, and that has a nice hello. Good stuff. Hadn't heard of this book at all, but the Blues Brothers, all about it, an epic friendship, the rise of improv and the making of an American film classic. So that sounds like hopefully it's a good read, and I'm in the mood for some movie reading after finally finishing my You've Got Red On You book about the making of Shaun of the Dead. Tales from the Dance Floor by Sacha Lord. I've been shot at in a drive-by shooting, bundled into a car by gangsters and had death threats, which was not very acid house. I've been sued and broke. I've had to deal with an army of rats who were high on cocaine, had 130 grand stolen from me during an armed robbery, and been targeted by a Romanian organised crime gang. Not Balearic, as we say in Manchester. So that sounds like it'll be an interesting read. Pretty good stuff. I saw that and thought, yeah, yeah, I'll give that one a go. Again, hey, another signed copy, as was Rebel Girl. Forgot to show that. And I got Poor Things. I know it's been rebranded to Time with the Movie, but hearing about the source material when I was reading people who had enjoyed the film and also read the book meant that at some point I wanted to check out the book, so I did just that. So they were all from the Accidental Bookshop. Now, let me empty this bag from Barter books. Right. Bear with me. I hope we can have some fun with these. General good prices, second-hand books, this lot. First up, Dean Arkunt's Lightning, Midnight and The Bad Place. I have read Lightning before. I've read Midnight before. I can't recall if I've read The Bad Place. This is a great pickup. I'm a fan of these Kuntz books, and it's a bit timely because I had mentioned my enjoyment of Kuntz books back when the Not a Bomb podcast guys did Phantoms on their show. They covered that. I don't think they agreed that Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms. I think they actually came to a conclusion that Phantoms may have been the bomb, or maybe not. You should tune in and listen. It's a very good show. I'll put a description below. But anyway, I still really like a lot of Dean Kuntz's work, Dean R. Kuntz. So I figure I'll pick him up. I'm in a real reading phase at the moment, so that's good. About 200 pages through Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King and Owen King. Yeah, it's just good. I get in these spurts of proactive reading energy, and I like it because I like to read, and reading is good. All the hashtags, reading rainbow, etc. Anyway, Tom Clancy, The Teeth of the Tiger. I fancied picking up some books that were out of my usual wheelhouse and, you know, written by popular authors in the kind of fiction that I wouldn't normally read or I hadn't read before. So I figure I'll pick up a Tom Clancy. I was going to go with the Jack Ryan series, The Hunt for Red October, what have you, but I figured I've seen, you know, most of those movies. I'll maybe be projecting movie scenes in my head while I'm reading those, so I'll try something different. Please let me know if you've read any of these, and let me know if I'm in for any treats or any major disappointments. James Ellroy, Perfidia. I'm not sure on Ellroy's writing style. This seems like quite a dense tome, but I do know that I loved LA Confidential, which is based on Ellroy's work, and I have an inkling that I will like at least some of his stuff. Never heard of this one. Los Angeles, December 6, 1941. Last hopes for peace are shattered when Japanese squadrons bomb Pearl Harbor. War fever and race hate grip the city, and the internment of Japanese Americans begins. Following the hellish murder of a Japanese family, 3 men and 1 woman are summoned. William H. Parker is a captain on the Los Angeles Police. He's superbly gifted, corrosively ambitious, and consumed by dubious ideology. He is bitterly at odds with Sergeant Dudley Smith, Irish emigre, ex-IRA killer, and fledgling war profiteer. Kay Lake is a 21-year-old dilettante looking for adventure. Hideo Ashida is a brilliant police chemist and the only Japanese on the payroll. 4 driven souls, rivals, lovers, history's pawns, thrown into an investigation which will not only rip them apart but take America to the edge of the abyss at a crucial moment in its history. How can you not like the sound of that? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I am hoping to get to all of these within the next decade. That would be good for me. Weave World, bit of Clive Barker. I've not read any full Clive Barker novels for some time. I can't recall if I ever tried to read Weave World before, or it may have been the Damnation Game that I read as an older teen. Love his style of writing. You know, I don't need to tell you about the brilliant imagination of Clive Barker. And then we have a listener to the podcast called David Ellis, and he's a very supportive, very good patron of the podcast. And I mean that in the non-Patreon sense, because we don't do that. And he had recently been reading some Clive Cussler books and saying they were good adventures. This stuck in my mind. Clive Cussler is someone who, again, I haven't really tried reading, didn't seem to be in my wheelhouse, but I thought, I'll give it a go. And these were all quite cheap. Flood Tide, Raise the Titanic. Unfortunately, I haven't seen that film yet, so that won't be in there. Serpent, which I think is the... there's one of these that is the first Dirk Pitt novel. Blue Gold, Inca Gold, and Shockwave. They should all be rip-roaring adventures. Hopefully they are books by an author I have never read before, and I look forward to seeing what his style is like, what he delivers, and you know, what information is interwoven throughout the narrative. So that's going to be fun. So that was my weekend. Sunday, it was a lot of book shopping. It was a bit of sightseeing around the area. I finally got to go and stand beside the Angel of the North, and that might even be the thumbnail photo that I put here. And it was just really nice. So I still crammed in quite a few movies, but I also made time for some reading, not of any of these yet, and just some time to go and sit in the fresh air, have some fish and chips, enjoy what was left of the bank holiday weekend after I finished my Saturday morning shift. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend or your long weekend or whatever time you had around your work life or whatever else is going on. And yeah, I hope you tune into the podcast this week. I hope you don't mind this week and last week being so book heavy. And do know that as soon as I get some more movies through my letterbox, they will be the focus of any of the weekly videos that I do. Sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's books, sometimes it's movie books. You can never tell. Anyway, until then, bye.